Hey Belmont family, today's topic in our 21 days of prayer and fasting is marriages. Having been married for 10 years, I can tell you unequivocally that it is impossible to have accomplished all that we have without God. I really don't understand how people survive marriages without God being at the center of their relationship. Because the reality is this world would want nothing more than to tear apart what God has brought together. When it comes to culture, when it comes to people, when it comes to the enemy, there's all types of forces that are trying to pull marriages apart because that is God's design for families. And so here's an important thing that I want you to understand. And the Bible reminds us in Mark chapter 10, verse 7 through 9. For this reason, a man will leave his father and mother and be united to his wife, and the two will become one flesh. So they are no longer two, but one flesh. Therefore, what God has joined together, let no one separate. Church, we need to pray for marriages. You might be singing, well, why do I got to pray for marriages? The best time to prepare for a marriage is before you have one. You got to pray for that future spouse if that's what God has designed for you. And even if you're not married, even if that's not something that's been a part of your life, we need to pray for the unity of the marriages that God has brought together, because God is doing something special between that married couple, and the enemy would want nothing more than to separate it. And so here's what we need to do. We need to stand in the gap for our marriages and the marriages of others, believing that what God has brought together, let no man separate. And so I want to encourage you, pray for your marriage, pray for your parents' marriage, pray for your family members' marriage, pray for the marriages that we see in the church. Pray that this divorce rate will drop and that God's name and glory will increase as people come together tied around Him as the source and the center of their relationship. God bless you, church, and we'll see you tomorrow.